Hey guys, Harry here, back again with another Bricklaying vlog. Um, just recording this one today. This was a bit of footage from Tuesday. I was finishing off some of the white work, put the formers in on the front, the windows, finished the brickwork to white there. Oh, we had 3 course. I should have really built it without the formers in, and on the day, and then just put my window clip on after 7 course. It's not too big of a deal, to be honest, because as long as the clips are in on the block work, and there's quite a few clips in on the brickwork, no one's going to really see on the superstructure inspection, because it is all the way at the wall plate. They like to do it on this job. No one would have even noticed. So in future, I think I'm gonna build all the brickwork up to full height on the windows. Even if that's 5 or 6, 7 course up my window reveals without formers in, and then I'll put them in afterwards when I go into my block work, because I messed around a bit this morning putting those formers in. And what I really should have done is, when I built my front and my backs, my gables each side before, I should have really just took the window up full height, the door reveal up full height as well. I know it is a little bit weak having a little pier without anything backing it up, but I should have just done it anyway. And it'd have just made the build a bit smoother. I've just learnt a few things this week with how I could have improved for the next plot. We've already started loading out the other plot because Dean had a bit of spare time when I was finishing the front on this day, watching to do that. I was on slow motion, to be honest, on this day. I've been 1-on-1 all this week. I've had like an headache for 2 or 3 days. I had my first sick day in about a year and a half. Today I didn't go in, and it was a good day of weather as well, so I'm a bit disappointed I wasn't able to go in, but I was absolutely stunned today with all I can say is flu. But yeah, I'm alright. I've had quite a few cocodamols. I'm alright. I'm back on it now. Got some all hydrated and fed, so I'm feeling a lot better now. 24 hours it knocked me out for 4:30 from this day when I got home. Went to bed, and basically in and out of bed from then for 24 hours in a right pickle. But I'm back on it. It's been a bit of a rough week this week, because I've been just finishing all this. I did the front on Monday. Just loads of bits of shit, to be honest, this week on this plot. There's a lot of things I could have made easier for myself. I should have took all the gables up full height first time, so I wasn't going back and doing this. In future, that is what I'm going to do when I back up my gables with block work. I'm still going to do brickwork first, but when I do back up my gables with block work, I'm going to take them everything full height. Also, on my door reveals, I do like how I've done them so far, racking them back, because it does take a lot of time with the cuts on the door reveals, when you're building the door reveal. And because of the size of the cavities as well, it's a bit of a ball ache, because you've got a lot of hanging into the cavity. But we should be able to eliminate some of that, because we're not going to have to leave as 80mm piece out of the bottom of the door reveal to access as cavities in future now, because they're talking about, well, they've told us to get rid of the radon barriers on the next plots. Whether we end up doing it or not, until it's actually been done, I don't believe it for a second. But as long as NHBC are all happy with that, we should be alright now. Yeah, I've just been 1-on-1 most this week. I did leave enough money on for us all. I left 2 days 1-on-1 money, and I left 1 day 1 and 2 money on this lift to get it, this first lift, to get it all finished. I think I'm going to go over by half a day, because tomorrow I've got the back. I've got 4 course on the white work at the back central part, and then I've got the door reveals to build up at the back. All the cuts have been done with me skill saw. I did that the day before when I was literally on my last legs on this footage. Just after this footage, I was literally on my last legs, and I managed to get all those cuts done. And then I've got the front to do, the front door reveals. and basically a block up the centre of each side of my window to put on stacker bond. I reckon that's going to take me till at least 11 o'clock till snap time, 11:30 tomorrow. Dean will probably carry on loading out the next plot, and then I'll set profiles up on the jack walls after dinner, and we'll be doing that. Mel's going to look after me, I think, and then we're all going to just hit the jack walls together with the profile set up. I looked up the other day. I don't know whether I'm going to use my T-clamp or I'm just going to use it clamped to a solid block, because T-clamps, they're alright, but you really need to use a dory with your profile. And I've bought a dory block, it's here, but I don't know if it fits my profiles yet, so I'll be interested to find that out on Thursday when I go back. I'm a bit pissed off this week that I had Wednesday off, but it went by. Yeah, there was no way I was getting out. I could even function. I couldn't even walk hardly. I could hardly get out of bed. I was throwing up constantly last night, and then most of today, which is the Wednesday today. But I'm a bit annoyed. But it is what it is. It's meant that brought the week up in it. I hate having Wednesdays off. Wednesdays are the worst day. It's when you sort of over the hump, you get most of your meat of your work done. Your money's in basically on a Wednesday, whereas now we're sort of having to work right up till Friday, and then, you know, obviously everyone's lost a day's wage, but obviously I have to work a little bit harder to cover everyone's money by Friday. And I think we've got a wet one Friday, so I'm looking like a 3-day week. But if I can get this plot finished, I'm hoping I can get half the jack wall up tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping I can get done. And then it's just a case of Friday, hopefully we can get a morning in and finish the jack wall. There's no insulation in it, it's just, you know, running straight through, slice your snots off, gone. And then, you know, hopefully maybe get some profiles set up on the other plot Friday. It's an identical shaped house to this, but I think the doors and windows are in different locations, so I'll get the drawings Friday or Thursday, and then we've loaded it out, so we've got his name on it. Hopefully no one turns up and starts building it after I've loaded a gable out. But yeah, I don't think anyone will. Everyone's got plenty of work from what I can gather. But, you know, apart from that, I just want to get it finished, get started on another plot. Then I've got enough work for Christmas, because I don't want to be moving about. It's right next to where we're working, so that's the only thing that winds me up a bit about housing. You know, you'll get told, right, you're on this house, this is your next drop. Someone will fucking turn up and jump on it half a day before you're meant to start it. It does happen. I've seen it in multiple sites. You know, you can't take what they tell you. Managers tell you as anything close to the truth. But, you know, that is my main goal. Get this more or less finished tomorrow. Get starting the other plot, and then you know, could maybe do a bit of gazebo work on Friday if you know we get held up. But if I can get them jack walls up 9 course, that's all I need to do. It's already got a course on it each side. You'll see in this next clip after here. I do set all the jack walls out, so these will be solid by today. So we can easily put 8 course in one go. We'll just do 4 course one side and 4 course the other side, back it up, and then do the same again. So if I've only got a couple of course in the morning to put on the jack wall on Friday, that'll be ideal. Hopefully get 6 course on each side, that'll be nice. And then I'll let Dean continue loading out the plot while we finish off on Friday. Yeah, that'll be good. Got these trays to clean because we had a day off. I was going to wait till the day after to clean them. Now we've had Gobbo's been going off, 2 days, so it'll be a bit harder to clean, but Dean will have to clean them. But yeah, just a general ball ache of a week this week. There's a lot of things I could have improved on. I could have even maybe done block work first on some areas, but with these bricks, you've got to take your days on brickwork you can. I like it as well with Brickwork First. This is what I talk about this week, is that, you know, your ties are already there for you. You aren't going to keep, you know, putting your ties in your block work and then trying to work around them when you're doing your brickwork. You know, as a ball ache, and you've got a bit more space to work when you do Brickwork First. You know, less mortar droppings in general as well. You know, you can clean the back of your face work up nice. Obviously, the thing they don't like is you want your block work pointing, but as I've shown, you know, for your first, you know, you've only got to point, you know, the first 4 course overhand, and then you can get the rest of it from the other side. So that isn't much of that don't really take much time away from you. And when I do this block work, I'm obviously just going to be able to be only pointing. I'll be one course not pointed really, and then everyone will get it from the other side and you know, point to the back. And yeah, that's it. I might go a bit higher next time on the next lift. I know if you can see the guy behind me is doing the same house as me, and he's gone 2 course higher than I have. Might do that, you know, might reach a bit higher. So I don't really see a lot of point, you know, so if I'm above head height, you know, if I'm at, I don't see much point in going higher. You know, as you can see where I'm stood, 8 course on block is basically my head height, and you know, I've gone 3 course lower than that, so probably I could have reached a bit higher maybe. But it depends on your ground height at the other side. You know, obviously we're 3 course lower there, so that I did go to my head height on the outside, so is what it was. As you can see, I'm really fucking slow. There's no energy in me today, as you can see. Been, you know, working on dropping my weight down a bit. You know, I'm about 118. Running's been knocked on its head, obviously. The last couple of weeks with new gang, it's took a lot out of me. Organising everything. It's undersold, really, how much it does take out of you. Starting a new gang and stuff. You know, even with Mrs. starting to work with me, finding out a good work pattern for everyone. Dealing with people losing days and that, and having to explain why. It's just a ball ache. It's a general ball ache that adds just extra little bits of stress to your day that you don't need. I always say to people, job's hard enough without making it harder. So yeah, I'm getting there. I'm finding my groove. I'm finding my groove this week. I do find it easier with 2 though. My missus is in, like, she's going to be in tomorrow. I find I get so much more done. I've got more motivation when I've got someone looking after me to hand, you know, just pointing up after me. Dean can go off on load, or he'll look after me and Mel load out for a bit. I find it's easier. There's just more getting done. Everything's tidier. Like, we left the front wasn't tidied before we left, and I always like to leave everything tidy. I've had text messages and pictures sent before on previous jobs not leaving stuff tidy, and I'm just, what it is, I have no patience with these managers, and as soon as they start picking fault, my fucking head starts to go. So I try to eliminate those factors, because, you know, sometimes I'm really fucking good dealing with them, and then other days when I'm feeling a little bit rough, as you can see in this video, you know, in this, like I'm explaining in this video, you know, patience goes out window. It only takes you to have a couple of bad nights sleep, and you don't deal with people as well. So that's why I emphasise as well with the with just keeping on top of cleaning. You know, they call it housekeeping, don't they? But cleaning up and just have a tidy work area when you're working. It keeps your mind fresh. It keeps you seeing the end goal of the complete build. You know, I can't work when it's super messy, so I like to keep a nice tidy area, and I like to work one area to another. Whereas today I was doing 2 course here, 3 course on the front, course on the, you know, build the front reveals, do a course on the party walls. I was all over in this video, so I find it a ball ache when I'm not focusing on one area. And if I'd have thought in hindsight, I could have made this a little bit easier. This build. Also, just when it comes to the brickwork and stuff, I lost a good amount of time in this whole build of this house, and I've still made at least day work, probably a little bit more if I'm quite honest, and that's with a fresh you know, my first time doing a first lift in completely, you know, one-on-one, you know, completely solo. You know, obviously I'm not solo, but I mean on my own, in probably close to 3 years. You know, obviously I've said in previous videos I stayed away from housing years ago because of the prices, because of lack of experience, because of lack of not liking cavities. As you can see here, this is another thing that annoyed me. We obviously, I posted that video about the gazebo. We ended up having to take that bit of blockwork down. We built a big rack back, and the cavity size was wrong. To the drawing we got given, they wanted to change the spec, so we had to change that, which was a ball ache. And once we changed that, you know, we lost a good chunk of time off of his jack wall where I wanted to get that corner up with that blockwork. I had to change my build method there, whereas now I've adapted to do all the white work first, ties out, and then we're going to do the jack wall in one go. But another thing as well, laying this first course out on the jack wall, you can see obviously the ground were covered in crap. We didn't get it clean up. What I regret is we just didn't keep on top of us cleaning, and we slacked. I think everyone was slacking. It was flaking a bit when it came to the cleaning up of these jack walls, because we did this under the gazebo, and this is one thing I don't like to do when we're working under the gazebo, is we did a day under the gazebo and then we went up on a top out and we're jumping back and forward, and we didn't keep on top of us cleaning, so it just makes the job just don't look as nice, you know. And also the concrete was spilling over onto this first course. We had to, because of the cavity size change, we were lipping the first course of block, so you know, I wouldn't have been able to build this jack wall straight up. You know, this first course would have to have gone off to even come close to making any progress on it, which is another ball ache, you know. But I didn't go to, obviously I was just making sure the wall was central to both houses. As you can see, it's central between my movement joint, which I was happy. At the front, because we had one of the front doors in the wrong place. When I reset it out, I think it crept 20 mil. I think they made the door opening 20 mil, 30 mil bigger on one, so the movement joints crept 20 mil one way on the front, which is no big deal. Obviously, it's only on brickwork, and it'll look identical from the front, but obviously looking from the middle of your cavity, you'll see that, you know, the brickworks, it's just shifted over from the inside. Obviously you've got the same amount of space on the inside, blockwork to blockwork, but your movement joints just shifted 20 mil on your outside brick. So that was another ball ache, because I was fucking sat on an hour in that for 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and it's all things that slow you down. Whereas now I know exactly what they're wanting now. Everything's clear in his minds. It should just make everything a little bit easier in future. As well, I'd like to get Dean laying blocks more, but we were so behind on us tidying up. I just said to him, right, point everything. He was doing a lot of making good as well, pointing up any bits any reveals that we left. We left some reveals unpointed as well. He was doing a bit of making good there. Just tidying up. It is one of them things that people, you know, you need to keep a tidy work area. We need more blocks in as well. That's another thing. So it's so much easier with two of us, but then, you know, obviously one's always losing a bit of trial time, so I tried to even it out a bit. And Mel's only doing 3 days now. This week she's only done one, and she's only going to do one. And it's finding obviously on your first lifts there's a lot more gear goes into them, and a lot more tidying to be done. So that's another thing. Also, I'm using the tripod. This is my phone camera, if you guys didn't already know. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good camera, to be honest. I'm going to use some more tripod with the phone. Obviously, everyone says they're sick of Headcam, so I'll try not to do as much of that. I'm trying to do a bit more time lapse, a bit more on the job check-ins and stuff. I'm getting a bit fed up of doing these voiceovers myself. I find I drone on too much. I do touch on some good topics sometimes. I have my odd days where I talk about some good stuff, but I'm finding my video style I don't get as many views as I did on my other videos, and I know why, because my content's stale as fuck. So I'm going to try and mix it up with different camera angles. I'm going to switch from headcam to what do you call it, to third person footage on the phone, mix from phone to headcam. And I'll start doing some on the job check-ins, so I'll start doing maybe some check-ins, when we're building. I'll mainly do it with the phone, I think. I just don't like talking to the camera. I can't do it really, I'm not really good. I'm alright at voiceovering over footage, I can think clearly then, but talking to a camera I find it really strange, but I'll try to get to it. As you can see as well, the concrete was spilling over onto this first course, and you can see the blocks are up and down. But once you get that first course set, you can then, pick your beds up a couple of mil on your second course and get over them up and down blocks, and then everything should run nice. As you can see, I've only got 4 courses at the back, and those taillights, I've got profiles set up on the back, which I wanted to talk a bit more about. As you can see, there's not a lot of block work to fill in there. I'm probably exaggerating with how long it's going to take me. There's not a lot to do. It's just ball aching little bits, which I wish I'd have got done I wish I'd attacked everything in a different order. Like normally, I should have backed all that brickwork straight up. Once I built that back, whack it with some blocks straight away, and I should have backed up that reveal as well. So when I did drop on the back, I run the reveals in and that central panel as well, and I didn't, and I regret it now because it just created a lot of extra work where I could have knocked it all off in one go. That's the whole point of running in your middles, is you're running your rack backs as well, and I was just ill prepared in the way I went about things, which has now made this week a ball ache. I knew it was going to be a ball ache because I knew I had loads of things to finish off, which I could have knocked out in one go, but because we did do this, I should have built that block when I had the gazebo up, and it was raining, but it still wouldn't have affected it because it's dry white work, and I don't know why I didn't, but it was hindsight's a wonderful thing. But yeah, I'm ready for this week to be over. To be honest, I want to start afresh. It's definitely took its toll this week. With this Flue and stuff, don't make it pleasurable when you're rough, but we persevere. I'm doing what I can this week, which I suppose it's another plot finish this week, or it will be after tomorrow, or close to after tomorrow, and then on to the next one. But yeah, these square plots, they're nice to do. I'll just be interested in making a bit more progress next week with how much we're getting done in a day, because I feel we were just a bit behind on this plot. We were just behind a bit what we should have been, for how easy the plot was, and a lot of it we were very much disrupted with weather. With this particular build, we were very much disrupted with weather. We got broke up a lot of days. I had a bit of issue with them bricks bending and a bit smiling at us. Stuff to watch out for on the next one. As you can see, plumbing my first course of block. I don't tend to do it every block. Every about 3 I do. Check it somewhere in the ballpark. Just level it across the top. You're in the ballpark of a plumb block there. But yeah, I'll be nice to get on this jack wall. I'm gonna probably try and get a bit of head cam tomorrow. I've got my head cam in my bag, so I can do that. But the SD card is in this phone, so I'm gonna have to take that out tonight. Shove that in my camera. I don't know. I might just record actually with the tripod with my phone camera, to be honest, because I want a few days off of headcam actually, because I'm getting sick of headcam footage myself. I've got a bit more headcam of me running them tables, but I don't want to upload it because it's boring to voiceover. At least you can see what I'm doing a bit better with this. Also, I'm back wearing bloody joggers as well. That was because I felt cold. I never wear joggers. I feel so sluggish in them. I feel like I'm wearing bloody woolen. Got a woolen fleece around my legs, but I'm wearing some sort of tightish joggers. These are a large. These are a XL, and I'm normally like a 2XL or a 3XL, I think, and they fit fine. So I must have lost some weight somewhere, because, you know, also I've got my running top on, you know, signature running top with my thermal underneath. It's really tight. It makes my belly look massive, but you know, I've got that on anyway. But yeah, I'm going to try to keep to wearing shorts and thermals for just a bit more mobility. You know, so also I got another watch as well. My watch broke. I got a new one finally. I got a Casio one actually. I just put in men's digital watch into Amazon. I got first one, and it's identical to that watch that Charlie Collison uses in his videos, which I'm a bit embarrassed about, to be honest. Felt like I was copying him. But yeah, so it's just worn around a fat bloke's wrist, not a slim one. Instead, it's just a fatter wrist it's around. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's the video today. You can see I was really towing in this particular video, and I'm towing doing it voiceover. But I wanted to get one out just to show. This video is going to be showing. The title is going to be ways to improve, learn from, you know, always be learning. And the title also is going to be working rough. That's something like that, working while you're feeling rough. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in a few days with another video.